Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Busi. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you subscribe and join the family. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. So today's video is going to be a tutorial. I'm going to take you guys through how I create or achieve a winged cut crease. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into this video. So I'm going to start off with priming my face, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I'm just going to grab a little bit and apply that in all the areas of my face that tend to crease. So underneath my eyes and my T-zone and the rest of my face. So if you're someone that struggles with, who experiences issues with their foundation wearing off on their face, I have a little hack for you guys. If you go in with concealer first, it will make sure that when your foundation wears off, it wears off to the concealer. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You need a creamy concealer, a thick one. So I'm going to be using my NARS creamy concealer. I'm in the shade Dark Toffee. I'm just going to apply that all over my nose like that. And I'm also just going to be applying it underneath my eyes just to color correct, because I do have dark marks. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Now that we've color corrected, we're going to go in with foundation. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I am in the shade Zombie. I'm going to grab a damp beauty sponge and just dab that all over my face, like so. So we've got our foundation on. I'm gonna move on to highlight, and to highlight my face I'm gonna be using the Tarte Tape Shape Concealer. This is in the shade Rich. Yeah, this is in the shade Rich, and I'm gonna go over all the areas of my face that I want to highlight. You want to go in and set that concealer immediately before it creases. So I'm going to be going in with my Yardley Loose powder. This is in the shade Translucent Beige. So we're just going to go over the areas that we went in with concealer, and before I go in with powder, I'm just going to make sure that everything is blended out nicely. Okay, I'm gonna grab my MNTK All Nighter Setting Spray. Just go over my face, and then go over that with my sponge. So just to ensure that the powder melts right Stay Life Proof Foundation Stick. I am in the shade Java, and I'm just gonna go in with it like so. Okay, and to set that cream contour, I'm going to be dipping into my LA Girl Pro Contour Powder. I am in the shade Deep. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that translucent powder just to reverse contour. To highlight my nose, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer. This is in the shade Mahogany. And to set that, I'm going to be dipping into my Morphe 35R palette. I'm gonna grab an angled brush and dip into this brown shade over here. Take off the excess. Okay, so I'm quickly gonna do my brows off camera, and then we'll move on to eyeshadow. And so I've done my brows off camera. I've also done the one eye off camera. We are now gonna move on to the other eye, and before we go in with eyeshadow, you always have to prep your eyelid. I've already prepped mine, and I used my P. Louise base. This is in the shade Room number 5. And this will help the eyeshadow one not crease, and it will also just help with the pigmentation of the shadows. It's going to make your eyeshadow pop. It's going to make the colors look nice and vibrant. So you definitely want to go in with a primer first. You can use a concealer, you can use an eyeshadow primer. I just prefer this P. Louise base. I think it looks really nice. It works really well. So for eyeshadow today, I'm first gonna dip into my Morphe and James Charles The Mini palette. I'm gonna grab a Morphe M330 brush, and I will be dipping into this yellow shade over here. And this palette has a mirror, so that's really nice. I'm just gonna use that, apply that as my transition shade. Palette I'm gonna dip into is the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the volume 1 palette. I'm gonna dip into the shade Hans over here, which is this nice burnt orange, and I'm gonna do the same thing that we did earlier with that yellow shade. further deepen my crease, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Jax, which is the shade below Hans. And I'm just going to and I'm gonna apply it just slightly below Hans, and still doing the same thing that we did with the shades earlier. Okay, and if you feel that you've lost that yellow shade, which we definitely have, I'm gonna go back into the Morphe and James Charles palette, dip into the yellow, take off the excess and just bring it back. Okay. Then going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna grab a Sigma E42 precision blending brush. I'm gonna dip into this brown shade over here called Chip, and just apply this slightly below the shade Jacks. Okay, so you guys, I think we've built up enough color payoff, and I'm now ready to cut my crease. To cut my crease, I'm going to be using the P. Louise base. This is a white base. It's in the shade Ruma number 0. So I'm using a white base because the lighter your base or concealer is that you use to cut your crease, the more pigmented and vibrant the color payoff will be for your lid color. So I already have a little bit at the back of my hand, which I was using earlier on the other eye. I'm using a flat brush like that. I'm going to be using 2 brushes. I'm going to be using this one for my lid, and then to wing out the cut crease I'm going to be using an angled brush like that. They're both super flat. I just pinch them like this to make sure that they're nice and flat, and we are just going to go in. Now you guys can see. Okay, start at the center, bring that in. Took my time with this because you want it to be nice and sharp and precise, so take your time with this, don't rush into it, and really get that very nice sharp line. For my lid color today, I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics eyeshadow pigment. This is in the shade 10. Like such a pretty color. And where's my brush? Okay, I'm taking a small flat brush like that, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my cut crease. So I'm pressing that in. that's our lid color on. I'm gonna put on liner in the other lash off camera, then we'll come back and finish the rest of this look. Okay, so we're gonna be going in with blush, and I'm gonna be dipping into the LA Girl Just Dazzle blush. I'm gonna grab this, grab a brush, just go over my contour, right over there, like so. Highlighter today, I'm gonna be using the Revlon Skin Light highlighter, and this is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. This is what it looks like, guys. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab a brush. And for my lippy today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This is in the shade Escapist. And before I go in with the lippy, I'm going to use the Essence Long Lasting Pencil to line my lips. And yeah, let's just do that quickly. So I actually decided to change my mind, and instead of going in with Escapist, which is this dark burgundy color, I'm gonna go in with Believer, still from the same brand, just a little lighter. So I'm gonna be going in with this shade here. center, I'm going to be going in with Philosopher to give it like an ombre effect type of thing. I'm grabbing my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and I'm just gonna split my face. And allow that to settle into my face. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's video and this is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know what other looks you'd like for me to create, and let me know what you think of this look. And yeah, you guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free, so might as well subscribe. And thank you so much once again for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video.